So here we have all the cards for the base game for the first edition. Here's the expansion cards for the second edition, which are pretty similar, but we'll just have a little close up and just check just how compatible they all are. So first up, just the regular player cards. You can see they're pretty similar, although with the second edition updates, they now have the little traffic light system on the end, just so you can tell exactly where they play. But otherwise, they look standard on the front. And on the back, you can see pretty similar. The colour looks slightly different, but it's just the lighting. If you get quite close, you can see it's practically the same card, so you can't really tell the difference. Next up, we've got the developed players, and again, front of the cards, colours are pretty similar, just the traffic light system is all that's different. The back of the cards though, you can tell the difference between second edition and first edition, but it's to make it a bit more user friendly and a bit more language independent, so you can just look and know that's developing players. But also mixing them together makes it slightly easier if I want to try and pick out second edition players who are upgrading compared to first edition players. Next up, we have the Superclub cards, and they're almost like there's maybe the second edition ones are slightly lighter and the background on the first is slightly darker. But looking at the back, the difference is quite subtle. It's only slightly darker, so mix them together you probably wouldn't be able to tell. Although knowing what edition it is would let me know what expansion, but it doesn't really help too much. They're still quite similar. Although again, second edition, they're all colour coded now, rather than first edition which had it written. So again, it's less language needed, so it's more language independent. The game changes cards are pretty much identical, still the same, including on the back. I definitely can't tell these two apart at all. And then finally, key staff cards, who on the front just look the same either way, and on the back, no real colour difference between the two really, as far as I can tell. But then obviously one of the main differences is first edition had a lot more writing and second edition has a lot more iconography on it. I mean, you can even check out this deck where I've just taken some cards from either game and just shuffled them all together. And I honestly can't tell which is which, to be honest. Look, from here they all look the same. I can just see there's a mix of first and second. So there we go, that pretty much just covered all the differences in the cards between the two boxes. You can easily mix and match first and second edition together, not a problem. There'll just be a couple of slight differences in the back of the cards for the advancing players, and then on the front of the cards, a bit less text and a bit more icons and a bit more colour. But otherwise, yeah, it'll all look fine, so it shouldn't be a problem. The only thing I can't show you is that with some of the second edition's games, they actually come in different languages. I've only got the base English version, but it's first edition anyway, which wasn't different languages, but I've only got the English version anyway. But they are now doing that on their website in other European languages like German and Spanish and so on, I believe I've seen. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope to catch you soon.